Ekhart Tolle's A New Earth. Grab the book, we're doing page 146. Beats by Fatcats, I'm gonna translate into spiritual flow. This is the people's reality, something to perceive, but it's named and it's interpreted. Interpreted? Interpreted. Compared to something else like it's his dislike, called good to bad, of the phantom of the mind self, the ego imprisoned in the thought of the form. Consciousness known. You have not awakened spiritually unless the uncompulsive is the unconsciousness, naming and it ceases. Least you become aware, thus you are able to observe what happens there. As though it's like constant aiming, if the ego remains in the place where you unobserved from the mind, whenever it ceases, even when you just become aware of the inner space you possess like a weapon. By the mind, when you choose to objectify what's close to you, the pen, the chair, gun, or a knife, and explore it visually, then it's to say, look at it with a greater interest. It's like it just was curiosity, allowing all the objects to personal be associations, reminding you of the past like it was streams in the oceans. Brought to it, you gave it to someone. Also void things, anything written on, such as a book or a bottle. Simulate the thought without straining. Relax, but alert, give you complete attention. You exert on an object with every detail. If thoughts arise, don't get involved in them. It's not a problem to be solved. If you're interested, but you act in a perception of yourself, then you could just laugh. Can you take the thinking out of perceiving? Can you look without the voice in your head commenting? Drawing conclusions, comparing, trying to find or figure out something. After a couple of minutes or so, let the gaze wander around the room. Wherever you are, your alert and your attention, lighten up each thing that it rests upon. Then your mind lets go. Then you're gonna listen, sounds that they present, listen to them the same way, like you just meant to look around you. Some sound, maybe natural, water, wind, birds, and then you're just gonna have it like it's man-made, pleasant or unpleasant. However, don't differentiate between the good and the bad. Allow each sound to be just as. Okay, we're starting at the bottom of 146, the last paragraph. Then we're going to page 147. Ekhart Tolle's A New Earth. You got the pages on how it works. When you're gonna look and listen, then you display, then you may be aware of the subtle things. First, perhaps hardly noticeable sense of calm. Some people feel like it's stillness in the background, others call it peace. Consciousness no longer totally absorbed by thinking that it's what you know. The formless, unconditioned, original state, the inner space within. Now we on page 147, the experience are. What could I see and hear? Taste and touch, of course. Sense an object, what you're experiencing knows. But it be a subject, like an experiencer. I'm more experienced, I'm the experiencer. Whatever, bro. You know the old way, for example, when you're gonna have a course like you don't know. Like the Jane Smith, see you accountant, 45 years old, divorced, mother of two, an American subject, the experiencer. You're mistaken Jane Smith for whatever else becomes identified with the mental concept of Jane Smith in your mind. Objects of experience, not experience a subject. Every experience is of these possible ingredients, sense perception, and the thoughts of an image. Jane Smith, a senior accountant, 45 years old, mother of two, divorced, American. These are all the thoughts and therefore part of what you experience then. And whatever else you can say or think about yourself, not the subject. The experience experience, not an experience. Or if you have 1,000 more definitions of thought, then you know that it's certainly increased from complexity. Experience, you know, like a psychiatrist's income, but by the way that it's not ends up the subject of the experience, or prior to the experiencer, whom what you're gonna experience. If you experience you are, and who you are, conscious, and what it is. Conscious with a question, without an answer. The moment is you answer it, it's falsified like it was into an object. The consciousness, traditional word of the spirit, but it cannot be normal of the sense. When you see it is futile, all you knowing that the realm in duality, subject and object, what you used to knowing as the known subject. I just a knower, without you nothing could be known. But see that you have felt remain forever unknowable is because it has the form of the form that can be known, yet without the formless. In the world of the form cannot be luminous space which arises, suddenly subsides like the space in life that I am timeless. I am so timeless. Eternal when the mind happens to have the space when the relative finds it. Temporary with the pleasure and the pain, loss and gain. Birth and death, the greatest impediment to the discovery of the inner space. Greatest impediment to find an experiencer. And it becomes so enthralled by experience that you lose yourself in not in the consciousness. If it is lost, it is what you are. The experiencer.